In this Illustrator demo, I am going to show you some of the new updated live effect features for the blend tool. And I'm a big fan of the blend tool. So I'm going to go to File and New, click on Print, and I'm going to start with a tabloid sheet of paper. That should be 11 by 17, so I'll set my measurements to inches. And I'm going to create a horizontal sheet of paper right here. I'll click Create. What I want to show you is how the blend tool works. In the past, you would select your objects, double-click the blend tool, and enter a dialog box and type out all your information. Then you had to click on objects in order to see the effect. Adobe has made it much more streamlined now. I'm a huge fan of this. At first, I was like, why the heck did you fix it? It wasn't broken to begin with, but it is awesome. So I'm going to minimize that, and we'll just have my layers panel and my swatches panel here. And I'm going to start with a real simple basic one. So I'm going to go to my ellipse tool. And I'm going to start over here by holding Shift and doing a very, very small circle. Like you barely see that circle. I'm going to hit the curved arrow. We'll fill it with black. Click on the white stroke and hit the question mark key. So I just want a solid black circle. Okay, down below, I'm going to take the same ellipse tool. I'll hold Shift and we'll make that a little bigger. And then I'm going to take my black arrow and select both objects. And I want to make sure they are right on top of each other. So I go to Align and I click this button right here, horizontally. Move them left and right so they sit right on top of each other. Okay. So now this one is straight above this one. Now what I can do is select them both again. And now I double click on the blend tool and it brings up my blend panel right here. So I'm not even sure what this is going to do. Let's go with steps, which means copies. I'm going to set this up to about 15 or so, somewhere around there, 14. But nothing's happening. Select an object to create a blend. Well, I already did that. So I'm going to come down here and make that blend right there. The cool part of this is 14 wasn't enough. So now I can hit this and go up and up and up. And I'm going to go right about there. I kind of like how that looks. Okay. What I also have is the ability to ease out, which means slower at the bottom. So they're compacted and then they slow down at the bottom. Or you ease in like that. You can compact them at the bottom. So you have ease out, ease in and out. So they're more compacted at the top and the bottom, and they're more spaced out in the middle. Or ease out and in. So they're more compacted in the middle. Just crazy arrangements. Okay, I'll just go ease in and let's go back to 0. So if it's set to 0, you're not doing any easing in or out, but that's fun to play with. Okay, I'm not really sure what this appearance does. I drag that and I don't really see anything happening here, so I'm going to have to play around with that. But the other cool thing is I'm not sure if I'm done with this yet. So I'm going to bump this up a little bit more. Instead of 35, I'll go 38. Okay. Now I take my black arrow. We'll just move this off to the side. And I'm going to click and drag. After I start to drag, I'm going to hold Shift and Option to go straight across. I'll let go of the mouse first. Then I'm going to hold my Command key the whole time and hit D, 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 D. I'm going to make a whole bunch of copies like this. Okay. But That can make what kind of looks almost like a halftone pattern gradient, but these are live effects and they blend color as well. So here's one thing that you could really play with. With my white arrow, I can click and drag and just skim the top edges right there. And I'll make those circles yellow. Oops, let's go here. Okay. I hit too many of the lines. If you see the vertical lines, it's not going to work. Okay. So let's hit Command Z. I'm going to click and drag and just barely hit the top edge of those circles. I just want to see the circles like that, not the lines. Now when I go to the fill, I'll fill them yellow. And they blend from yellow to black. And I'm going to do the same thing across the bottom. I'm going to click and drag and just hit the very bottom edge. I don't want to see the vertical lines. And we'll make those red. Like that. Okay. Now what I can do is select all of that. And on my blend panel, I also have the shift. This is when you're blending colors for the appearance. So I'll drag to the left and I get just a little bit of yellow and then a whole bunch of red. Or I'll drag to the right and you can see how I can really tone that down. I can have a whole bunch of yellow, 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 and then start to blend. It's almost like easing in and out. But I'm going to drag that over till I get a softer blend along the bottom here, maybe at a 50%. So it's about even. Yellow blending to orange. And again, this is a live effect. So what I'm going to do is click every other one. I'm going to click, skip, shift click, skip, shift click. Let me turn off my smart guides here. I don't need those. I'm going to shift click every other line right here. And we'll go through and select all our alternate blends. And we're going to edit these ones back and forth. There we go. So now what I can do is change the amount. Maybe I want even more. Like that. And maybe I'll ease in a little bit. There we go. Click outside and I get something like that where it's kind of alternating in and out and in and out. I could also take my white arrow if I wanted to click and do these alternating ones again where I shift click just the bottom edge, shift click each one, and we're going to change the color of that bottom circle to maybe a blue so we get some alternating colors in here as well. And let's set those ones to blue. Cool. Okay, but that is stacking on top of each other. That's because I eased in and out. So when you really compact them, you can start to see the overlapping effect. But I'll hit Command Z. When they're all red, they just kind of blend together. But that's kind of a cool effect is you can alternate those. When you select it, it's all based on the shift. You shift your colors left and right, which is kind of cool to do something like that. You can set all of them back and reset the whole thing all over again. So a really cool effect. If I selected everything and I just click black one more time, I just reset the whole thing. And that's kind of cool to get that playful look to these objects. Now, I'm going to select all that and delete it. I'll select black again, and I want to try this blend another way. So again, I'm going to hold shift and we'll do a little circle right there. Hold shift and we'll do a bigger circle right there. Okay, if I select them both, align and center. And let's set this to, let's see, click. says select an object to create a blend. Well, let's set up my value first. So steps means copies. And let's try maybe 30 around there. Select an object to create a blend. Click and click. To create a blend object, create two shapes and then use the blend tool. Select the first object and then the second object. Well, thought I did that. Click and let's see. Click. There we go. I had to click on corresponding points. So now I'm getting that blend effect. You might as well just click make at the bottom. So it's almost like the blend tool is useless now. So let's go back and we'll put this back to 0 so we get a nice even spacing. I might want a few more compacted there at the bottom. That's kind of cool. But then you also have this feature called reverse spine. So when I click that, I can get the bigger ones at the top instead of redesigning the whole thing. And you have a button called replace spine because blends go in a straight line. So if I click outside, click the curved arrow, so I'm going to make a stroke, and I'm going to go here and then down to there and over to there. Now I select them both and I click replace spine. That is pretty cool. And this is still totally editable. I can make it more space, really compact them like a whip right there. I can take my white arrow just on that top circle. I don't want to see that line, so I want to be just on the edge of that circle if I can. If it's too small, I'll just zoom in a little bit. There we go. Let's see if I can get that circle. There we go. I'll make that one, let's say yellow. And I'll make the bottom one dark green. There we go. And you get some really cool, playful blends. And this spine is totally editable. So I could drag it over to there and it would still whip around. I could drag it, maybe hold the Option key. Let's see. That just makes a bunch of copies. But that's kind of cool. I didn't know it would do that. Getting weird copies here. There we go. Copy that. Kind of weird. Kind of some abstract effects. So play around with this thing. It's really cool. It's a live effect. So if I take my white arrow again, just kind of bring this back into a simple curve. I have some beautiful blends. I could take all of that, click once with my rotate tool, option click right here, and let's say 5 degrees, like that. Copy, Command and D. I'll just hold D the whole time and we'll make a nice radiating set of blends right there. It's kind of cool. So you can see some of the possibilities here. Okay. That is the new blend panel here. And the only other thing I wanted to show you, let me hit Command Z because I almost forgot some of these other buttons down here. I'm going to go back to this one. And this is a live effect. So again, if I go to View, Outline, none of all these interior circles are there. It's only the beginning and the end. Okay, but if I select that, you also have Expand. When I click that, now I get literally every circle in that blend. It's a group. It'll still move as if it was a blend, but at least I've got editable pieces. So I could take my group selection tool and say, okay, maybe I want that one over there, and this one over here, and that one over there, and this one over here. But when I go back to the black arrow, it's still the group. Okay, kind of fun to play around with. You got some really cool features on this new blend panel. Loving it. Why didn't they invent that 5 years ago, 10 years ago? Love that tool. So there's some of the new blend tool updates here in Illustrator 2026. Have fun.